Chiefs' accomplices is just moments away. It's the Broncos and the Bears, next on Madden NFL 23.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment now. Brandon Gaudin. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a young man making his first NFL start.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
They begin the drive with Williams. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. 2nd and 9 now. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect.
Nice job there. Forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watch them try to take away that area of the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At about the 32. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They run again with Foreman. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Brooke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the 50, here's Fields. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Here's Foreman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. They'll go option on second down, right side. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Fields on third down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
On first down, Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. From the 9, 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Foreman is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was finished off by Deontay Foreman on the touchdown run. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. They'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the draw, here's Williams. To the 43, 2nd down. Second and 6. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. The pass there complete to Sutton. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 5. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A carry for Foreman. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Berry. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 2nd down, here's an option right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Fields. And that is incomplete. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. They snap it to Fields. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. 2nd and 10, Fields again. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Throwing again is Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And they're able to add on to their advantage. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain. Again, it's Williams. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Out of the gun now on third down. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to end up incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. Fields on first down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, Fields. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Here's Fields. Screenplay, Johnson. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Broncos send out their punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now it's Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. To throw again on second down, Fields. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Foreman. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Now here's Trenton Gill now.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here's Fields.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a handoff up the middle. Foreman. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down.
Throw left side complete. That's Moore.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Again, Fields.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Now Fields.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
That also a career-long kick for the
and bang that one through.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. Oh, good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And Denver getting set to take the field. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the counter, here's Williams. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Here's Pirine. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
On 2nd down, Williams. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Fields on third down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. They'll run with Foreman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Fields now to throw. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, they're going to go with the option. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The offense on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. look to throw here. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Fields. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Now a give right side. Foreman. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They run again with Foreman. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
They snap it to Fields. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
20!
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
So the Broncos coming out now.
And now they are in prime position, 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points.
They'll try and run. This is Williams.
65 yards on the ground for him so far.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Eluding the pressure right.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown.
A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 24-10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And
I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Foreman. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. City always a little extra excitement for Week 1. One of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Chicago, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.